All right, today we're jumping into the story of a grape that is, well, a true hero. It's this incredibly resilient survivor that absolutely loves the sun, and its story is packed with secret identities and epic journeys.
But here's where the story gets really fun. What if I told you that this hero, this one grape, has not one, not two, but three completely different secret identities? It's a true globetrotter, and it changes its name depending on where in the world it is. So, meet the team. You've got Monastrell, the Spanish original. Then there's Mourvèdre, the French icon. And finally, Mataró, the New World adventurer. Seriously, three names, but it's all the exact same grape. Each name just tells a different part of its amazing story. So how did that happen? And that question leads us right into our first section, a hero with many names. To really get this grape, you've got to follow its footsteps, from its ancient home in Spain all the way to its fame around the world today.
So, what is Monastrell at its heart? Well, it's a red grape that is just tough as nails. It takes its sweet time ripening, it has this super thick skin that's kind of like natural armor, and it absolutely thrives in hot, dry weather. You can basically think of it as the ultimate sun worshiper of the wine world. And you can see its whole epic journey right here. It all starts way back, centuries ago, in Spain. From there, it makes its way across the mountains into France, and by the 1800s, it's hopping on ships to the New World, finding new homes in places like Australia and California. It has become a truly global grape, and everywhere it goes, it's celebrated for just how tough it is. So, the grape traveled, but how did that journey actually change it? Well, that brings us to section 2, forged by sun and soil. You know, every hero is shaped by their environment. And in wine, we've got a word for that, terroir. It's the secret ingredient, the magic of the place that gives our grape a totally unique personality depending on where it puts down its roots. Okay, now this is fascinating. This shows the grape's kind of split personality. Over in Spain, under that intense, dry sun in places like Jamila, Monastrell becomes this big, powerful, fruit-packed wine. But take that exact same grape to the warm Mediterranean sunshine of France's Rhone Valley, and it becomes Mourvèdre. Suddenly, it's more structured, more elegant, more complex. Same DNA, two completely different heroes in the bottle. And this quote just nails it. The grape isn't just surviving, it's having a conversation with its home. It soaks up everything, the limestone in the soil, the coastal winds, the heat from the sun, and it translates all of that into the wine. It really does become the voice of the land. So, what are its superpowers? How does it actually pull this off in such tough conditions? Well, first, it buds late, which is a clever trick to avoid those killer spring frosts. Its thick skin is basically natural sunscreen, protecting it from getting scorched. Its roots dig way down deep, finding water where other vines would just give up. And it doesn't just put up with heat. It needs a long, hot summer to get perfectly ripe. Okay, so the grape's superpowers got it from the vineyard to the harvest. But the journey's not over yet. Now we head into the winery for part 3, the winemaker's art. This is where our hero meets its guide, the winemaker, who helps shape its final destiny. And this transformation is a real art. It starts with maceration, where the juice hangs out with those thick skins, soaking up all that deep, dark color and powerful structure. Then fermentation gets going, when yeast turns all that rich sugar into alcohol, giving the wine its full, generous body. And finally, it gets to rest and age, often in oak barrels, which softens everything up and adds all these complex, spicy layers. And what comes out at the end isn't just one type of wine. I mean, look at how versatile this grape is. It's fantastic all on its own as a bold red. It's the structural backbone in those famous GSM blends with Grenache and Syrah. It can be turned into a crisp, vibrant rosé. And it can even be made into these rich, sweet, fortified wines. It is a true chameleon. So, we've seen the journey, we've seen the artistry in the winery, but what does it all add up to? Let's get to the good part in section 4, character in the glass. What's this wine actually like when you finally pour it?
Okay, get ready for an explosion of aromas. On the one hand, you've got all this deep, dark fruit. Think blackberry, plum, dark cherry. But then you get these incredible layers of black pepper and spice. And if the wine has some age on it, you get these amazing savory notes of earth, leather, even tobacco. Sometimes there are even these wild hints of game or dried herbs. It's so complex.
And when you taste it, that structure is front and center. This is a wine with a huge personality. The body is high, so it feels really full and rich in your mouth. The tannins, that grippy texture that dries things out, are also high, giving it this really firm backbone. But it's all balanced out by a nice medium acidity that keeps the whole thing fresh.
So when do you open a bottle of this stuff? Well, with that big, bold character, it is a dream to pair with food. Think rich, savory dishes. It's absolutely perfect with something like grilled lamb or a hearty beef stew. It can totally stand up to smoked brisket at a barbecue. And it's fantastic with roasted game birds or even just a cheese board with some nice aged cheeses.
We've talked about its past, we've talked about its present, so for our last section, let's look ahead, a resilient future. Why, after all these centuries, is this ancient grape suddenly one of the most important grapes for our future?
And this, right here, is the key takeaway. In a world that's getting warmer, a grape that naturally loves heat and can handle drought, well, that's not just a cool piece of history, it's a promise for the future of winemaking. Its built-in resilience is exactly what people are looking for to adapt to a changing climate. This hero story is really just getting started.
So, this sun-loving survivor has been on a truly incredible journey, proving it can adapt and express itself differently no matter where it goes. The only real question left is, where will you find it next on your own journey? Cheers to that.